been going to the gym. I haven't seen, too many people there. Just being real. So it's been, good social distancing going on. Everybody wiping down their stations and things like that. So we've been keeping it safe, but still getting a good workout in.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's good to see that, we're slowly trying to phase into, how things have been.
That's true.
Before, quarantine has been going on. You still have a lot of people that are gun shy about stepping out because they feel like, they go back outside of they, risk themselves of potentially catching it. Because, they're talking about the second wave potentially coming in the fall.
Yeah. We talked last week about the numbers projecting over 100,000. And so one thing that you and I discussed, previous before the show, what about those people, that are afraid to leave their home and go to work, because they're still afraid of this virus? What is the effect of, those
psychological,
those working at home but being forced to come back to work, but you technically don't want to be there
exactly
because you're afraid of COVID-19.
I think it's just one of those precautions that you got to take for yourself, man. Ultimately, man, hopefully you got enough sick leave, Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man, because you don't want to put yourself in those type of environments to get sick.
But come on now, how many of us really saved up enough sick leave before we didn't prepare for this? We didn't think that this was going to happen. And so a lot of us...
Hey, that's what they say. You got to save for a rainy day, man.
Oh, my God.
You got to save for a rainy day, baby. Hey, you got to save that time, save that leave, save that money, all that.
Man, whatever. And so, in the midst of the corona, in the COVID-19 and the coronavirus, we see that the unemployment rate, was sky high.
Yeah, I think it rose like 4 million. Ooh. Yeah, that's a lot of people.
So you're looking at 33 million people unemployed. That's a lot of people unemployed.
Yes, that's like 10% of the population?
That is a lot of people unemployed.
Yeah,
you're right, that is 10%. And so what I heard, in the news, Brad, is that they're thinking about rolling out a second stimulus check. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I done heard so many proposed plans. I done heard like folks say, man, they gonna bust out 2 stacks a month. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm so serious. They said they're gonna give like families, up
like
to
government,
6 in the
can I get my stimulus package, please?
$6,000 or something.
Can I get my stimulus package, please?
Giving out stacks. So we definitely gonna drop that in the comments so that we can give you guys the real facts on that. But we do hear that there is a second stimulus check coming out. So just continue to be safe out there. Continue washing your hands and taking that same caution that you took, when the world was closed. Now that it's back open.
Exactly, man. So, enough about COVID-19 because that dominates the news waves like all the time, man. So, what else is going on in the news, Cuzzo?
So, right now in the news, we have the Ahmaud Arbery case. And so, a lot of you, have been watching the news and you heard about the young black man that was shot by 2 other, European men, while jogging.
Yeah, man. Back in
so,
February.
What we have for you today is video footage of the guy who actually recorded the video. We have a small interview from him. Brad, do you think we should show the people?
Yeah, man, I think we should go ahead and show them the footage, man.
I want you guys to hear his response, to the questions when he was being interviewed. Let's turn around here.
How did you come to be in the car videotaping that day? You don't want to talk about that either. All right, so let's do this. You are afraid of the facts of this case, Counselor White.
I'm not afraid of anything. And I'm certainly not, with all due respect,
Sure.
I'm not afraid of you, but I respect you.
And I respect you.
You are a brilliant, very capable lawyer, and you are you are a very good prosecutor. And my client is a mechanic with a high school education, and if you've ever been to the high schools around here, that's not necessarily saying much. Okay?
So, Mr. Bryan.
Yeah. Feed us the lies. He only has a high school education. And while he was sitting there, I mean, not necessarily degrading him, or belittling him. He just sitting there being quiet. Hey, I only have a middle school education. I barely got my license. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Fifth Amendment right, man. Look, silent.
So how do you feel about that, Brad? Because I was shocked when I saw that. Not necessarily shocked that he was quiet, but shocked that they even got an interview with this guy.
I mean, you know, folks are looking for their 15 minutes of fame, man. You know, and then this is going to be a famous case, you know, that's going to go into like the next year. But I think with it being kind of like race, with it being race related,
Definitely.
you know, you don't want to, you know, say anything that would subject yourself to criticism. So I guess just the best thing for him just to be silent. But I think too, like, if you wasn't gonna say anything, man, why even subject yourself to that?
Why even subject yourself to that? And also, you know, anything that you say, you know, could be used against you.
In the court of law. Come on now.
Why would we even bring
Why would his lawyer even suggest him coming on CNN, man? With Chris Como of all people, bro. Cause Chris Como, he one of them type dudes. He gonna get it.
He gonna get it. He gonna ask you, just like we gonna give it to you today. Brad, one more time. Make sure y'all share this video. This is my main man.
Sir Bradley Ashton with my guy.
They call me Justin Evans, and Brad, we're moving on.
Yes, sir.
What else we got in the news today?
Man, you know, we got a lot of black girl magic going on.
Black girl magic.
Man, whether it's billboards,
You
know what I'm saying, New York Times bestsellers,
New York Times bestsellers.
you know, Netflix specials.
I heard you, Miss Obama. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? What Auntie Michelle did?
From what I heard, Auntie Michelle brought in $36 million. I mean, maybe 34 as an author. As an author.
36 million book sales?
She was also one of the top 3 selling authors in 2019.
I want to say she was the top selling woman author of 2019. That's all.
Clap for that.
Look, hey, Black Girl Magic.
Black Girl Magic, sprinkle some of that on there.
And then she also has the Becoming special on Netflix.
Yes.
It's also one of the top 10 current specials going on Netflix. So if you have Netflix or you got somebody's password, you can go on there, check it out, man.
A lot of y'all, like me.
Look,
I got my own. Next, Brad.
Shoot, we got Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj hitting
Who is
number
Doja
one.
Cat? I don't even know her, but I know who she is today because she is hit number one.
Hit number one on the Billboards, man. So-So remix with Nicki Minaj, man.
So, after a long and illustrious career from Nicki Minaj, very talented, let's just be real, whether you like her or you don't, this is her first.
Number one after what? Like 10
plus years.
Yeah, 10 plus years.
You know, she was rapping with
like
Gucci.
mainstream, you know.
Yeah.
So we're not even talking about when she was back home in New York.
Okay. Yeah. That's big, man. First time in history, I think they said, 4 black women.
Yeah, because you have at number one. Yeah, because at number one you have Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj.
And
And
who
then
at
at
number
number
two?
2, you know, you have the Savage remix. You know, you just made the Stallion and you know the Queen. You know, Beyonce.
Regardless of what you guys have been saying about that song, I liked it. You know, I liked it. When I first heard it, it made me, you know, kind of jig from side to side. I give the song a 7.5, 7.7 out of 10.
I decline to comment.
Fine with me. Brad, did you watch The Last Dance?
Come on, baby.
Did you watch The Last Dance?
Come
Brad?
on, baby. Is water wet?
Did you watch The Last Dance?
It's an elephant heavy.
So much emotion from Jordan. He just break.
Mike, you okay?
I'm sorry, my fault. If you don't like the way I played, don't play that way.
You need a moment?
Man, that was what I thought about during that moment, Brad. 'Cause I didn't even ask you. I'm telling you what I thought.
Lord have mercy. I can wait to hear this.
You know, how long had that conversation been going on? Because it had to be deep for him to get to that point at that moment. Because you got to think, you know, it was camera crews there, but he was just him and another guy talking.
Yeah, Jason Air.
But to be going through that, oh man, like how much time did it take for him to get into that? You know, for Michael Jordan just to start crying.
Well, Jordan Air, man, you know, shout out to him, man. He's doing a wonderful job with this documentary series.
He is.
So he has an after show that he does with Jalen Jacoby on ESPN. I hope y'all check it out every Sunday after, you know, after the second episode. And he talks about, you know, just the details of just the process of even, you know, coming about this, you know, interview. So he talks about this whole thing coming, you know, in combination of like 2 to 3 years. You know, signing off on it during the Capitol's parade, and then you know having to go to his home in Florida and have a conversation with him, and you know to really have to like dig out stuff because you know guys like him and Kobe and, the other guys, they're very private players.
Okay.
So, for them to give you like detailed and emotional responses the way they did in these past episodes, man, they really had to spend a lot of time with him,
A lot of time. And notice the cigar and the cognac beside him. My boy Jordan was smoking 2 cigars before the game. I'm looking like, what is Jordan doing?
Hey, man, look, staying up 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Drop this 50 on her tonight. Ha ha ha. We're gonna see who got the last laughed in. Hey, but man, very deep moments from Jordan, man. I just know that it's gotta be, touching for him to, go back and even, relive some of these moments. And even some of the other players as well. Because when I look at, people who this is not even affecting them, but people like Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, names that aren't even involved with the Bulls, they're still having to relive moments that took place.
Technically speaking, they are, because it's like, if you don't have those outside characters, I don't think you really have like the
Jordan story, the Bull story.
You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have those battles with, the Detroit Pistons in those, Eastern Conference Finals, or, Jordan going against, one of the, greatest icons in his first championship in Magic Johnson, and, once, best friend, Charles Barkley, 2 years later, in the Phoenix series, for all these players who have, contributed so greatly to the game of basketball and also contributed greatly to the story of the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. So I think it's awesome that, we can bring all these players together, and even people that was like in the media, who was interviewing at that time to, kind of go back, at that time, and relive that moment. It's pretty dope, man.
And I commend those players because you got to think, even if you have some type of hate for Jordan, or some type of dislike, or you don't want to go back and relive those moments. Like I said, this is kind of tough for a Patrick Ewing.
Right.
To be reminded that, hey, you never beat Jordan before. How does that feel? And he has to go back and relive things from 20 years ago.
But I'm pretty sure, honestly, man, with him being a public figure, that people still remind him every day, man. So I don't think
he said Jordan remind him every day when he talks to him.
I was saying, man, so he gets reminders all the time about this stuff. So you don't face them, man.
That's what's up. I guess we'll let y'all have enough of that, because me and Brad, we'll go on all night about that.
Talk to me.
I've been enjoying it. Give me your best Scotty impression before we go, Brad. Before we go.
And I consider myself, the second best player in the world. I'm just, for Hamburg, Arkansas. I just thank Jordan for just, taking that time off to let me take over the team.
So Scotty, did you read the contract when they showed you that you would be playing for 20 years for only $2 million?
Me and Jerry, we're gonna work on that, and we gonna get my money.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me. Brad, give me your recap on the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, highlight moment that we had. What was that, May 9th?
Yeah, it was this past Saturday. I'll be honest with you, man. I really didn't catch most of it.
I caught a little bit of it because they were having some technical difficulties.
I didn't really catch a lot of it, man. I was catching more so parts like they was talking. Like the only part I caught was, it was kind of weird. Like Jill was saying that she was going to massage Erica's feet or something.
Oh my gosh!
Something that they said. I didn't hear any like music being played. I saw like a couple of clips on some people that I follow on social media, and their like stories. But I didn't sit down and just take in the quote unquote concert, because it really wasn't like a battle. It was more like a vibe. It was more like a, poetry concert Saturday night. You got your glass of wine. You got your L rolled up. You finna smoke.
L? What is an L? Listen, Brad.
Shoot.
What I felt, it was too much sage burning in the room, man.
Too much sage, too much incense.
Too much sage and incense. Chakra
stones.
Just press play on the song. What was that Tina Turner was saying in that movie? I can't remember what she was saying. It was too much of that for me, man. Definitely good vibes though, because they both appreciated each other as artists.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Queens of neo soul. Folks that we music we grew up on. Especially Erykah, man. Came out with that Buddhism in 90-some.
Yes.
Jill 3 years later.
Hey, let's take a long walk.
After dark.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about Sirach. That's in the Apocrypha. That's in the lost books of the Bible. Moving on.
I about to say, what?
Hey, that's just, come on now. That was a shot of tequila for him, Brad.
Well, we can get a shot of this bourbon. Mellow you down right quick. Next topic.
Brad, I got to talk to you about this, man.
Uh-oh.
So, I've been seeing on social media all day that people are upset at Little Boosie.
Oh, shit.
Little Boosie is circulating the social media network today from a statement that he used back in a song a long time ago, but it seems as though it's resurfaced because he said it again.
Just like everything else?
Yeah, just like everything else.
Yeah.
So what he said was he allowed a grown woman to touch his son at the age of 13, and that he approves of that and that he stands by that.
I think the people out there need to know, need you to specify what you mean by touch. Because touch can mean anything.
I'm saying touched because I don't want to use any profanity.
What did the woman do?
She touched him with her lips.
Stop being cute and say what the woman did to him.
She performed
fellatio
on a 13-year-old, and people are upset about it. They're going crazy. I'm seeing women breaking their nails, tweeting on Twitter right now because this is
dudes too.
Just upset. I'm just upset.
You know, we in the era of Me Too, and trying to be correct with how we do things in society. We had the whole thing with R. Kelly going on.
Okay.
With him, allegedly, assaulting so many women, under the age of 18. And it kind of seems though in society when it's reversed, it's almost like we willing to give, young men, high five slaps and stuff saying like, oh man, like I wish I would have had a grown woman, when I was 13, 14 years old, do that to me. But it's like, would you do the same for your daughter?
Ooh, my gosh. And I think that's...
Ouch!
Oh,
Steam!
Break, like Jordan, break. Like, yeah, you need a break after that. That's... Ooh. So according to my Instagram, I took a poll, and I think 105 of you guys voted, and 91% said that is way out of line.
I mean, it is. Like, come on, man. You think Unc would have did it for you, bro, growing up?
No, I don't think Unc would have did that. My dad, he definitely didn't do that.
Shoot, he barely wants you entertaining multiple women.
And he doesn't. My dad, he corrected me at the age of 16, about that. This guy, it's off subject, but this is important. Guy told my dad, he said, hey, man, I bet your son got them all. He said, no, I don't teach my son that, and don't you encourage him. And he corrected him in front of me. That was big. So even on the point of what we're discussing now, he definitely wouldn't, allow me to date a grown woman. My dad didn't even allow me to go to prom freshman year with a senior. So I know he wouldn't allow a grown woman, to touch me at the age of 13,
right,
12.
Right.
He didn't even let me go to prom as a freshman, man.
But you know what? And this is something I'm learning too, man. A lot of times when you see situations like this is just learned behavior. So who's to say?
Oh, this is where it's finna get good at. Go ahead, Brad.
Y'all ready for it?
I'm ready.
Hold tight.
Hold tight.
Who's to say?
Who's to say
that somebody didn't do this for Boosie when he was 13 years old?
I thought you was finna take it somewhere else.
Hey,
I'm gonna bring it out in a minute. I believe. Think about it, Brad. In the environment that you're in, you may have your uncle. Your uncle probably been on alcohol. He may have had females around. Hey, grab a butt. You know what I'm saying? Touch her.
Look, that's what Charlamagne the God said.
Touch her.
Charlamagne the God said his ex-cousin-in-law was married into the family or whatever, and molested him when he was like 9 years old, and said the only reason why he stopped it was because she got a Jerry curl and her Jerry curl perm stank.
I'm trying to maintain a serious face. You told me something that was serious, but
yeah.
Trying not to laugh, for our viewers won't get offended.
Yeah.
But
Check it out. That's in Black Privilege, by the way. Black Privilege by Charlamagne the God.
But I said 91%.
So you still had another 9% of folks that was okay in that shit.
Who think that this is totally okay? For a man to at least show you the path that you need to be going down.
I mean, look, it's one thing to, want to tell your son or, to kind of give him game on sex and sexuality. It's a whole nother ball game, bro. When you say, hey, I got a little thing for you, little grown thing for you.
Yeah.
She gonna take good care of you. Like,
do you not think that was a part of his teaching plan or teaching program? He was.
I mean, brother,
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna
I
show
have,
you how
I
to
have
do
no
it.
idea
I'm gonna be there
what
with
his,
you
what
while
his
you
thought
do it.
process was when
Look,
he was thinking about audio.
I'm gonna be there with you while you do it. I'm gonna be able to show you how to.
I hope he wasn't there, bro. I really hope he was not. I really hope that Boosie was not there watching his son get receive fellatio from a grown woman.
That was a memorable moment for him. He had to be right
Bro,
there. Well,
I'm not.
Some things you gotta hold you. Just like riding a bike, you gotta hold his hand.
Bro, no.
So what I saw, Brad, is that there were plenty of men, who felt like this was okay behavior, for, Boosie to allow his son, to receive fellatio from a grown woman. And women were saying that any type of, rape or molestation or, double standard, any of that is wrong.
Right.
It's just dead wrong.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this question. Brad, how would you feel if, now this is off subject, I'm finna throw you off, but I need you to answer this for me. Double standards.
Like life.
How often do you see, men babysitting, young girls? Just a male babysitter. Meaning that.
Seldomly. Like a manny?
And how often we grew up, where we kind of noticed that, grandmamas would make sure that, they weren't, little niece wasn't left around uncle or, little niece wasn't left around cousin. They made sure, of these things.
Okay. So
my question is though this was how we were raised though. We were raised to look at that in a certain standard, like, hey, you don't see too many male babysitters because there's a standard, set or some type of notion that maybe, men may end up touching, the young girl.
not necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily say that. When you talk about the family dynamic of, the woman taking care of the children and the men being outside, that's where you kind of see that dynamic of, you don't really normally see men being in that nurturing state of, child rearing or seeing a woman in the olden days, you know what I'm saying? Because we try to be modern, but we a lot of times base our society off of these old traditional values. So when you look at, the nurturing of children, you don't normally consider it to be a male thing, even though men and women can both nurture and take care of children.
That's double standards. I'm a male nanny. I can take care of kids. Why you think I may end up touching?
Men, they got certifications.
Why you think I may end up? Why you don't think that this woman may end up? And that's what I was saying. It's two sides to it.
Yeah,
and the women were very upset that the men were like, hey, this is actually cool, but then for your daughter to do it is not cool at all.
Why y'all laughing at me, man? It is a manny.
You say, oh, man. You so funny, man. But I mean, I just wanted to present that to you because I do feel as though, that there are certain things that men can't do because we feel like this may push him to do certain things.
I mean, but you do have a growing number of men in that industry. You know what I'm saying? Especially like people that are well off. Mm-hmm. You have a growing number because you gotta think about it, man. Folks doing their background checks and stuff. They making sure that folks got certifications, all that.
So if 12 is not a good age, 13, what is a good age?
What?
If 12 is not a good age or 13, what is a good age for Boosie to
That's not up for him.
What is approved?
That's not up for him to determine that. That's not up for him. That's not up for him.
Okay, I'm just asking questions, Brad. You know me. I'm gonna ask the questions.
Cause look up.
So look, parents want you to either drink your first drink with them, or if you want to smoke, they want you to talk to them about that. If you want to have sex, like, Dad, can you arrange that for me? Your daddy is Boosie.
I
Dad,
want you to look.
I'm ready to have sex, Dad, and I want to.
I want you to call your. I want you to call your father right now. I want you to call your dad right now and ask him. Retrospectively speaking, when you was single, I did because you asked because that sounds ridiculous.
9%.
That sounds ridiculous.
9% of men out there believe that this is okay. They need to call their dad. You're not gonna put me in this. You not gonna do me like that. And this is the B&J podcast. This is my main man.
Man, Sir Bradley Ashton, man, with the one and only J.E.
And we need you guys to press that share button. Hey guys, Brad, let them know what happens if they press the share button.
Man, look here, man. You know, every 2 weeks, you know, we give away a $25 gas card, y'all. Look, man, we in the middle of a quarantine. You know, we coming back outside. So, you know, them gas prices gonna raise a little bit. So, go and get this $25 gift card, put in that tank, man. So, Cuzzo, what we got next on the slate, man?
My dad is in the comments.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so he laughing at us right now. But next we have something that's very, very trending right now. You've been seeing this European colored guy with colorful hair. He's in
This
a rapper.
Latinx brother.
Oh, he Latin. I'm sorry. Yeah, Latin with
Rainbow colors.
rainbow color hair, and every time I see him, he has a big black entourage behind him. Like he.
Does he still have a big black entourage after all the
when I saw him, I mean, it just seemed like he was like
a lot of rat talk?
he was doing all of the craziest stuff with machetes and knives.
Oh,
and
word.
Everybody else would be behind him chilling.
What, he
like,
claiming a gang or something?
is he this gangster or are
Yeah.
they the gangsters? I'm trying to figure out who is the gangsters here. But he's free from jail now.
Oh, man.
And according to our topics tonight, is he free from jail on tail?
A lot of...
Man, so Brad, I don't know if you saw it, but on this man's live, 6ix9ine we're referring to, guys, as the artist. 2 million people on his live at one time. That's like all of the versus battles combined. Combined. 2 million people watch live to see this man tell his side of the story.
You know, man, I just, man, I just want to thank my lawyer, man. You know, I just thank everybody, man.
Yo. And look, we do have video. We have clips of it. And so we're going to show it to you guys right now.
Money for all of us. You back at home, sleep with my baby mom, then I get kidnapped, then you try to kill me? If you can't be loyal to me out here in the free world, what would you think if I would have held it down? You would have violated me in the prison, stabbed me up, poked me up in my neck. What? I'm not gonna lose my life over no hater, over no, Joe, you did the wrong. Nah, y'all understand it. Y'all don't want to understand it. Y'all don't want to understand it. But anyway, look, I'm gonna put it like this, right? I love you guys. Thank you for helping me come back as strong as possible. I want to shout out my lawyer, Lance Lazaro. I want to shout out Michael Longia, Jacob Warren. I want to say thank you to the judge for allowing me to come home to my family, to let me celebrate a birthday out here with my family, and I appreciate that. As much as you guys want to pay me out to be I appreciate every little thing, and I didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, so making money for.
Oh man, so this entire time he hasn't been able to tell his side. A lot of things went down. And we said, hey, this guy here, he had to take the blame for it. He was getting all these years,
right?
Probably not coming out for a long time.
Long time.
He was gonna be 69 when he came. Did y'all catch that? Okay. So, how do you feel about that, Brad? Although they were getting ready to smash his girlfriend.
Word.
They said they kidnapped him.
Damn.
Beat him up. And said they were going to kidnap his mom as well. Last thing, he said that he was afraid that they may do some things to him in jail because they weren't loyal to him on the streets. Now, according to street economics, Brad, does that make it okay for you to snitch?
I was always told the rule of thumb, no. That if you was on part of this thing here, you got to go down for that. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring me in it. No, bro. That is on you.
Even after the people that you hung with have stole from you, stole your girl. When I hear people say that they stole their girl, I'm just like, was she yours really to begin with?
Exactly, bro.
That's, so we just have
boy shoes for everybody.
Yeah, let's just
boy shoes for everybody. She a
that.
community P, baby.
So this is your baby mom is for everybody. They
Jump off.
took your community girl. They said they would kidnap you and beat you up, stole money from you, over $100,000.
Right.
And as well as getting ready to kidnap his mom as well. And you said still no snitching over 69 years in jail.
That's the rule. Look, if you talking about doing this gangster life,
You ain't lying.
look, if you talking about doing this gangster life, man, you gotta do them years, man. Because look, when folks see that junk and they like, hold up, bro, what you did, you ain't supposed to never come out. And now you out now?
Gotta be out on tail.
You smell something?
What was your... No, I ain't had no bill.
I smell a...
I got out on tail. That's the worst first 48 episode ever.
No cigarette pass, nothing.
2 million people on his live. Nobody has
Bro,
had
you
2 million
saw
people.
Amber Rose comment?
What did she say?
Amber Rose talking about you did the right thing. What? Nobody told Mr. Hernandez to get a part of that blood gangs lifestyle, man.
I ain't gonna lie. You already know Amber Rose's history. We already know that she ain't all the way right. So, I don't even want to comment on her. But
I forgot about that. He was snitching allegedly on Cardi B and Jim Jones for, allegedly being blood gang members as well, too.
for real?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like that. I mean, honestly, I don't understand how you guys have supported this guy as far as watching his videos on YouTube. But people blow up.
Yeah.
Should I rainbow my hair? You think that
You
the
think we gotta
B&J
gotta have
podcast
blonde
get
hair?
2 million views?
Yeah, I had blonde hair. They had 2 million views.
If I rainbowed my hair and tattooed it up and said gang, gang, gang.
Yeah, he a sex offender too, but
Is he? Yeah. This is a big story. I have no respect for the guy. Not because he told. I didn't have any respect for him before it started. And I think I'm fair to have my opinion on that because all we see from him is just this gangster persona,
Right.
which we know that.
it's not him.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's not him.
If you were without the crew,
Right.
1-on-1,
Who would you be? And you definitely saw it was a video that came out probably about like 2 or 3 years ago of him getting jumped. Yeah, man.
I just want to
his
see him
jewelry, so,
1-on-1.
Yeah,
I
man.
want a young boy 1-on-1.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we didn't talk enough about Mr. 6ix9ine, man. So are we done to the topics, man? Are we to the main event? Main event.
Brad, what's on the menu tonight? Brad? I know you got something sauteing for me.
Well, I got that thing cooking, baby.
Talk to me, Brad.
So, this past Sunday was Mother's Day.
Okay.
All right. So again, shout out to all the mothers for
Big
all
shout out to
y'all
all
do,
the
man.
mothers.
All y'all do for us. So,
Shout out to Future 6 baby mother. He posted all of them.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, my fault. Sorry.
Lord have mercy. Anywho. So I saw one of my good friends from Stillman. She shared a post that Miss Shantae Brodus, if y'all guys don't recognize the name Shantae Brodus, you should, because that is the wife of legendary West Coast rapper Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
So apparently someone was asking her on Sunday, about, relationship tips and goals.
Okay.
So Miss Brodus replied by saying, well, don't ask me. Yeah, I let the nigga beg 81 times.
81 times. Kobe!
So then you see other people.
My boy done ran up a Kobe on her. God, dog.
I just told one in Toronto.
Oh, my gosh.
But, and just talking about, like this thug love, like you seen folks coming on like, man, that's that thug love,
So
man.
Trouble, the rapper, he has 3 posts on Instagram where he hashtag Thug Love. And, not to interrupt you, but I just wanted to throw out these other couples just to see what you say.
Go ahead.
So he posted Snoop Dogg and Miss Brodus.
That's correct.
All right. He also posted Jay-Z
And Beyonce?
and Queen B. And then the other couple that he posted. Do you know, Brad?
I don't want to guess. I don't want to.
I'm finna go to it. I forgot already.
Look, don't let me guess, because I got an idea who it could be. I don't want to say a famous Southern rapper.
Oh, Gucci Mane and Keisha Kayor.
Oh, damn. I thought he was going to say Uncle Tip.
Yeah, and he posted them first. Oh, no, he didn't post Tip. He need to. Oh, and he posted Barack Obama.
Whoa.
Yeah, he put Thug Love.
Damn, Thug Love with the Obamas, man. Y'all would not disrespect
I'm
the
not
first.
throwing up Crip. I'm throwing up Chicago. That's Thug Love, man.
Man, chill
Big
out.
C's for Chicago, man.
Man,
I'm not
go on,
throwing
man.
up Crip, y'all. Don't come to the show and beat us up.
Please don't. I love my life. But
Security.
But on this post,
On this post,
a particular line read to me the most.
talk to me.
It was, since when has cheating become normalized?
Okay.
Since when we've just accepted just the ways of infidelity, you know, in society, in dating and relationships now. And it really had me thinking like, has cheating been normalized, or has cheating kind of been like a underlying staple of society since the beginning of time?
I totally agree. You come on now. Me and you both always talk about uncle and granddaddy that had the family around the corner.
Man, talk to me down the street.
You know, we had that maybe even next door. You know what I'm saying? If he played it right.
Tragic.
You know what I'm saying? But this has been going on for a long time. And I talked to a couple of you guys, you know, via Instagram earlier, you know, where they were, you know, our viewers pretty much agree that this is not necessarily a trend.
Okay, it's not a trend.
Some feel that it's not necessarily a trend.
Okay, some don't feel it's a trend, but I feel a butt coming on.
But this is what's going on. So let me give you some stats, Brad.
Don't give me, you know I like them fast, baby. I don't
No fact. It's just a poll.
Boy, you know I don't like to argue on no feelings and
I
emotions.
know. So out of 75 votes, has cheating become normalized? 75% of people say yes.
75% of people that participate in the poll said
the poll.
that cheating has become normalized. Okay, interesting.
Now, before we expound on this topic, I want to know how many of those voters were single.
Or currently cheating in a relationship.
Or currently cheating in a relationship. I like how you brought that in. All right, cool. We're not high-fiving cheating. We're high-fiving the moment that we had.
Ooh, don't cover my head, boy.
But has cheating become normalized? Is it a
Man,
trend?
boy, man, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. Boy, we know how old cheating is, boy.
How old is cheating?
Boy, cheating in the Bible, boy. Boy, come on, boy. The Old Testament, boy.
They was cheating.
Boy, David looking at Bathsheba, boy.
Hey.
But Bathsheba bathing in them good waters, man.
Hey, I like how you bringing that Bible out, boy.
Look, hey. David said, boy, hold up. I gotta send her husband to war.
Hey, I was just finna say that kings was stealing whole men wives and just running with them. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Lord have mercy, boy.
And we feel the same way. But a lot of people feel like cheating has become normalized because there are more versions of cheating today, Brad. There are more versions.
What are Lord have mercy. What are these versions?
Now, some of the far-fetched versions I've even heard is coming up under a girl picture on Instagram or Facebook.
Y'all gotta stop with that shit, bro.
Look, if you heart a girl picture, I've heard that before as cheating. If you DM a girl, I've heard that is cheating.
DMing her.
If you on social media all the time, you know, looking at other women, you know, and ogling them, you know, and you're, you know, dwelling on their page for too long, that's cheating. If you pay to view someone's OnlyFans account, and you have a
That boy got that membership. Boy got that $5.99.
some of y'all got triple memberships. Y'all need to figure out if they got a family package or something. Because if you watching 3 girls at $40 a month,
Jeez Louise, cuz.
can I get the 15? The deal or something? I got 3 accounts. What's the deal? 15% off? God, dog.
Jeez Louise, boy. Lord,
One free meetup? You know what I'm saying? What is it? All right, but Brad, that's what's going on. So there are different versions of cheating.
right.
And I think that's why people think that it's a trend now, you know, because we see it so much on Love and Hip Hop, reality TV.
Exactly, man. It's funny.
Grandmamas didn't have reality
It's
TV.
funny. It's funny you mention that, man, because I was catching a few clips of I think it's Love and Marriage, Huntsville or something like that.
Oh, okay, I heard it. Heard it.
Yeah, man. One of the couples on there, man. One of their storylines is, the husband stepping out cheating, and then I'm not really too deep into it, so y'all could probably give me more details than what I'm probably be able to give you guys. But she commented that she was pregnant and trying to see if she wanted to go on with the marriage while she was going through this pregnancy, all this other stuff, and I'm just like, man, it seems like anytime you have a reality show, man, they have to have a couple or someone in a relationship where some form of infidelity is going on.
People like that.
So it makes you wonder a lot of times, like, man, do we sometimes like manufacture these things, to try to put on this persona like this is what's going on in real life?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think we necessarily manufacture these things because I almost cut. But hold on. People is just gonna cheat regardless.
Hold up. You can always just be single. This is words from my Uncle Shot and Uncle Bert. You can always just be single. My dad has been single my whole life. Jordan Shrug.
Yeah, you can.
Shout OWT out to Big Daddy.
You can.
Yes, sir.
You can just be single, or we're gonna get into the or in a minute. Don't let me forget, Brad. Don't let me forget. What was the question you just asked me?
Well, what was the question I just asked you, man?
Okay, I forgot the question that you just asked me. But Jesus, Brad, you interrupted me and I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry, man.
I had to put both palms over my forehead.
It'll come back to you, man.
Okay.
You said people gonna cheat all the time, man.
And that's what I was saying. Like, it's not manufactured. Like, you ain't got to manufacture cheating. We as men will cheat for free.
So
You
check
ain't gotta manufacture.
this out.
You know what I'm saying?
I commented under my friend's post. And I said, for some couples, y'all ain't gonna like this.
Are you finna bring up the or?
I'm gonna let you bring up the or.
I think you finna bring it
Y'all
up.
finna bring it up?
Yeah.
All right. For some couples,
Here it is.
cheating is inevitable. Some of them like, huh? What? What you talking about, Bradley? What you talking about, Hoppo? I'm finna go and tell you. There's a New York Times article titled "When Partners Cheat." Okay, it was published either in 2018 or 2019. Google it. 15% of women and 25% of men in marriages involve themselves in some form of infidelity.
Wow.
So if you break that down
Repeat
into
it again.
15% of women, 25% of men are going to involve themselves in some form of infidelity. So when you put it into fractions, 1 out of 6 women and 1 out of 4 men will cheat in a marriage.
1 out of 6, 1 out of 4. Man, that's tough. And so this brought up the topic of thug love.
That
Tough love.
That thug love.
And that phrase of holding it down.
Man, baby girl, man, she hold me down, man, all this time, man,
Ladies, I need you guys to answer this question for me, because I see people post all the time like, hey, like Beyonce. Beyonce made this statement, and some of y'all guys don't know it. Beyonce said, in order to last, you got to get cheated on.
I need to look up this comment because I'm like, they don't sound like some shit that she would say, bro. Like, hold up. Hey, boy, hey. Time out. Hey, flag on the play, bro. Hey, flag on the play, baby.
I tried to remain serious as much as I could. But according to Beyonce, in order for it to like if you want to get to her stat, because we always say relationship goals, goals, bae goals. You gotta get,
bro. There is no. I'm honestly coming to the belief that there is no such thing as relationship goals, because everybody got their own shit. Even the Obamas, as pristine we think their relationship is, they even had their own fair issues, man. So that whole thing of relationship goals, and then you find out years later that, a lot of these people involved in these relationships were actually having, extramarital affairs and, things going on, behind the scenes of their relationship. It's kind of like, damn, like they going through the same shit we is.
Yeah.
Oh, we are, excuse me.
Yeah, and I totally agree. But what we're not saying, what we are not saying, Brad, join me when I'm doing this. What we are not saying is that we condone cheating. But we are able to provide, the statistics to let you guys know that it is going on. 1 out of 4, 1 out of 6.
Yeah. Not saying that it's impossible because it is this big conception that that it's just impossible for men to have a sense of monogamy or a sense of fidelity. You know what I'm saying? But I think when you think about it goes back to that earlier episode. I'm finna bring us. I like to bring my facts up.
Talk to me.
You remember that earlier episode? We was at Euphoria, bro.
What we talking about?
We were talking about is marriage necessary?
Is marriage necessary?
Okay.
Okay.
I got it. Let me reel you.
Oh, I remember.
Hold on. Let me go and reel you back in.
Because you was okay. No, go ahead.
So, a lot of us, we move nomadic in nature. Okay. So early man, when they were, trying to like find shelter and, reproduce and hunt and all this stuff or whatever, they would tend to be in relationships kind of like what we are in today for like 3 to 5 years. Okay. And then once those 3 to 5 years are up, they eventually split up and, find, other people to mate or to, find or to create a community with.
My gosh, bro.
So a lot of times when you see these behaviors and patterns happening in real time, I only think we're only just following what our ancestors did a long time ago, which raises a question of a lot of times, do we force ourselves at times to be monogamous?
I was definitely finna ask that as well. You took it out of my mouth, Brad, and I think that's a good question because some people, we get on this road, we're like, oh, I want to do this. And then as soon as the first argument come around, divorce happens. And it's like, dang, like y'all just had this big wedding, married for 2 years. Like y'all couldn't survive the first argument. Like what happened?
Right.
But that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Or grandma may give you some advice like, hey, look here, baby, listen now.
But what you think, but let me ask you this though.
He cheated on you, but did he come back home?
Lord.
He cheated on
Well,
you.
you trying to get our head knocked through between the dryer and the washer, boy.
But no, I will say this though. There are some women. Let's just go to the polls, Brad. Look, you think I'm just talking malarkey?
So y'all, like in the comments right now, do y'all feel?
You think I'm just talking malarkey?
Look,
Have you ever taken someone back after being cheated on?
it's half and half, man. 52%.
52%
Yeah.
say yes.
I mean, that's pretty half and half, man. I think a lot of times, man, we try to put on these facades like they better than me. I wish my man would,
Until you put them Jordans on.
Yeah,
and you
until
gotta
it
walk
happens.
in
You know what I'm saying? Then you kind of try to figure out like, wow, like I'm going through this. You know what I'm saying?
Can I handle this?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Can I see myself overcoming this obstacle that's been placed in front of us?
Do I want to stop posting us on social media and delete all our pictures? All of this stuff is gotta come.
like, do I even want to tell people about this so soon?
Do I want to split up our cell phone bill?
All that.
Split up this house.
How we gonna tell our family?
How we gonna tell our family?
How we gonna explain it to the kids?
These are all questions that people think about that I guess, love. Because we're not married. Let's just be real. I'm in a relationship. Brad is alone. But we do have experience, where we can speak about these things. We had to let people know that. We're not married, so we're not giving you guys
Locked
marriage
up.
advice.
He's locked up.
But I think we do have enough experience, to be able to cover things like
Sprung.
this. Not paying Brad no attention. But I do think we have enough experience to cover things like this. And I'm telling you, man, like those are some of the thoughts. You have to think about love. Like, man, is love gonna be enough? See, I asked that question: is love enough to keep the relationship going? And a lot of people saying no. It's got to be more than love. They want love, commitment. They want faithfulness.
Right.
You know,
I got a question for you.
consistency.
Look, hey, y'all, I got a question for him. I don't know if you ready for it.
I may not be.
When is cheating acceptable?
Cheating is never acceptable.
Oh man.
It's
So even if, as a man, you taking care of all the bills, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got to lift a finger for the house, you know what I'm saying? She got unlimited access to all the bank account, So you can't have a little. You can't have a little.
Nope. And if you watching the BNJ podcast right now, I want you to share this video because this is where it's finna go down. Brad, there's a big or. Why be in a relationship when you can cheat, when you can just be single?
Okay.
Or the second part of our question is, should more couples consider open relationships?
Ooh, hey, whoa. Hey, whoa, hey.
Should more couples
Hey.
pursue the relationship where they're inviting people in?
Well, we're gonna have to say that. We gotta say that one, man.
We want to say that?
We gotta say that one.
You want to say it?
We gotta say that one. We gotta look, this is a part one.
We'll say it.
Hey, this is a part.
We'll say it.
Boy, you trying to get us killed, boy. Hey, this is a part one.
We'll save it.
This is a part one. We're gonna,
Open relationships or polygamy.
yeah.
'Cause back in the day, like you said, in the New Testament, they had multiple wives.
But look, we ain't gonna speak on that too much now. We gonna just let it.
I just wanted to sprinkle some of that out there, Brad.
I know, but I know how the people are. You know what I'm saying? They go, I really want to open relationship, open marriage.
Melanie says, thing is, when do people look at cheating more so during their relationship phase or marriage? Boy. Melanie, give me 1 second. I'm going to touch on this. Jesus, 1 second. If they're concerned about cheating or really cracking down when they get married, it's too late at this point. So she brings up a great point. Because you asked me something about cheating. Like, when is cheating necessary? What is the definition of cheating, Brad? You asking the wrong person. Because me, if you try to claim that I was cheating on you, I need how? What's the definition of cheating? What stage in the relationship are we in right now? You know what I'm saying? What stage in dating are we in? You got some girls that claim you was cheating on them and you only been talking to him for 3 days. He mistreated me. Right. He did me wrong.
Right.
You don't even know her middle name. 2 months dating, and y'all are dating. And she found out that you still sleeping with whoever you was talking with before her.
Right.
Oh, he cheated on me. Girl, y'all weren't even together.
Right. You just gave him that.
But if y'all are together, outside of spending time, with someone else outside of that person,
Okay.
And all those other things that I named, what is cheating?
Well,
is it staring on social media? Is it, is it the relationship that you may have, with that friend at work, that gets on your girl nerve? What is cheating? When you guys are together outside of actually the action of engaging with someone else.
first you gotta ask yourself, are you in a relationship? Have you and that person made a set agreement that, hey, I am your boyfriend, hey, you are my girlfriend, first and foremost, before any type of conversation can be had about cheating?
According to Melanie, relationship or marriage, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because some guys,
a committed relationship.
Some guys don't consider it cheating until a ring is on the finger. Because you got to think about how many guys never made it to the altar. How many relationships never made it to the altar. Some men, that's when they feel like right then, that's when all of the faithfulness should start. I'm just telling you what I heard.
Well, y'all, we're gonna have to, we gotta continue this. We gotta continue this next week.
You are single until you're married. You have to figure out what your definition of relationship is. That's coming from Ms.
Exactly.
Roper. Is it cheating if you are upfront with that person that you are messing with multiple people?
No, I feel like you are then, engaged again. What we're gonna talk about next week,
because you communicated it.
An open relationship. I'm being open with you that we got a relationship, but I'm open that, hey, I'm gonna have sex with other folk.
Let's see. If you claim single on your taxes, it's not cheating. I need some Gatorade after that one.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all got us tonight, guys.
This is the BNJ podcast. This is the one and only Sir Bradley Ashton, man. This is my main man.
And they call me Justin Evans. And guys, we're going to take a look at the comment. Brad, just talk to him for me. I just want to look at the comments.
Y'all, this is a pretty interesting topic, man. Cheating always kind of gets, people's feathers ruffled because, it kind of brings up, for some bad memories, It's a very sensitive subject. you know, and it's something we need to really have an honest conversation about, you know.
VIP member and also gas card winner Alicia Cheney. This is what she said, Brad. She said, read it, Brad. Read it.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. You can choose the relations you want with people, but be sure you are having open conversations with all people involved. Make sure that you know what you are doing. And that's a great point, man. Whatever you decide to do, man, whether it's to be in a monogamous relationship or a committed non-monogamous relationship, next week, stay tuned for that. You know, make sure you have an open line of communication and dialogue going on, man. But y'all, you know, our time is drawn to a close, y'all, but it is so good, man.
We gotta go?
Yeah, man, we gotta go, man.
Man, Brad, this conversation is still going.
I'm sorry, man, we gotta go, man. But y'all, this has been the B&J podcast. This is the one and only Sir Bradley Ashton with my main man, Justin Evans from the JE Show. Starting to you live every Wednesday on Facebook Live, man.
Hey, big shout out to Young Entrepreneurs. Big shout out to Winning Edge Offensive Line Training. Big shout out to Director T. Pip. Big shout out to B. Brian. Big shout out to all of you and our supporters that are watching the B&J podcast. We love you guys. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Share this video. Blue, 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 blue.
You see them Haitians, they up on the ground.